If you've ever stepped on the scale and let that number determine how you felt about yourself for the rest of the day, then this episode's for you. I know what it feels like waking up feeling good only to step on the scale and let that number ruin your day, your mood, your motivation, and your confidence. But here's the truth. You are not the number on the scale. You are not your weight. And your worth, it has never been up for debate. Today, we're talking about how to break free from the pressure of the scale, how to shift your mindset, and how to actually enjoy your journey because you deserve that kind of freedom. Hey, LadyBoss. Welcome to LadyBoss Unplugged, the podcast where real women have real conversations about crushing their goals, building unstoppable confidence, and creating lives they absolutely love. Hi, I'm Kaitlyn CEO and owner of LadyBoss, wife, mom of 2 boys, and your biggest cheerleader.
Do you remember when mommy looked like that?
Way not similar.
Each week, we'll dive into stories, strategies, and straight up motivation to help you show up as the best version of you. Because let's be honest, you are made for more. So whether you're driving the kids to practice, hitting the treadmill, or just taking a moment for yourself, get ready to laugh, learn, and leave inspired.
LadyBoss gives you the tools to not only hit your weight loss or your health and fitness goals, but to believe in yourself.
This is LadyBoss Unplugged, where women like you rise, thrive, and shine. Hey ladies, I am so excited to dive into this topic with you today because I recently had a struggle with it myself. It is something that happens to us all. Most likely, we have all dealt with the struggle of the number on the scale. And I want to talk today to you ladies about how it is not, your worth is not tied to the scale. And just recently, I had a very good reminder of that. I was putting on a shirt I absolutely loved last year, a shirt that got put away for wintertime and I'm able to pull out now that it's spring. And I was so excited to put on this shirt because last year the shirt fit perfectly. I was at a lower weight. The shirt fit perfectly. It was just great. But then just a few weeks ago, I pulled out the shirt. I put it on. And this time, it was actually too big, which was a win, right? But I looked in the mirror and thought, well, wait, the scale says I'm heavier now, but the shirt's loose. That was the reminder I needed that, yeah, the number on the scale is higher. The scale is a liar. Our bodies are always changing. Always. The weight, the number on the scale does not show the full picture. We assume a lot of the times that less weight equals smaller bodies. But that's not always true. Muscle weighs more than fat, ladies. You can be stronger, leaner, and more toned, even if the number on the scale is higher. I want to share something else with you that illustrates this perfectly. And it drives me bonkers, but I'm sure you ladies can relate, or maybe you'll have like an aha here. Have you ever gotten up in the morning, felt great, put on a cute outfit, your makeup, hair is done, whatever, you looked in the mirror, you felt great, you look great, you feel great, all the things, like you truly felt yourself, confident, glowing, and ready to like take on the day. And then you see yourself in a store mirror, like the ones at Target or Walmart, if you're in Texas Academy, or the mall, and suddenly think like, what was I thinking when I got dressed today? Like, how did I think this worked? Let's just be real, okay? The quality of mirrors in some of those places is flat out rude, okay? It is flat out rude. The lighting, the angles, the reflection, it messes with our minds. But here's the truth. You didn't change from what you saw this morning to what you're seeing later on the day. The mirror changed. Just like the scale, the mirror can lie to you if you let it. And scale, neither the scale nor the mirror get to define your worth or your beauty at all. So let's talk about where this obsession with the scale even begins, okay? For many of us, it starts early. Maybe it's someone making a comment when we were kids, or hearing family members consistently talk about being on different diets. Or maybe you were praised for being skinny and you started to believe that smaller equals better. We grew up in a world where the number on the scale was tied to discipline, where the number on the scale was tied to success, beauty, even worth. And now it shows up in sneaky ways. Weighing ourselves daily, sometimes multiple times a day, like ladies who can admit, like I can definitely still be guilty to this day. Letting the number determine what we eat for the day. Guilty. Feeling guilty if it goes up, even if it's by half a pound. Maybe you've skipped meals for punishment or making up for the number. I used to step on the scale every single morning before I did anything. So no food, no water, no clothes, just jumped on and hoping it went down. And if it didn't, my whole mood would shift for the entire day. My whole plan for the entire day would shift. But the truth, I wasn't chasing health. I was chasing validation. I actually saw a reel just like 2 days ago, and it pinpointed the nail on the head, the problem with us focusing on the scale so much. And for me and my generation, we grew up with shows like America's Next Top Model, the original American Idols. Yes, it's still around, but the early ones. There's a couple others. There's tons of them. But on the shows, especially on the earlier versions, they would critique every inch of a person. Oh, your voice sounds amazing, but you're overweight. Oh, your physique is beautiful and your face is pretty, but your legs are chubby. Like, I watched this reel and this clip of people pinpointing the imperfections of these beautiful women because it's reality TV. I don't even know. Why would you like, but that was what I perceived growing up, was these perfect, slender people being nitpicked. And like, that's what like social society was telling us we should aim for. And even when we were aiming for it, it wasn't good enough. It creates you to chase validation and not health. I can't believe that was ever a thing. Like, oh, breaks my heart. Do any of you ladies recall like watching shows like that and hearing those comments? Like maybe even back then you didn't click, but like now I'm like, oh, it breaks my heart. I want to break something down here that is super important. The scale is not even reliable data. Okay? Can it be one way to measure your success? Yes, but it's not reliable. Your weight can fluctuate 2 to 5 pounds every single day. I know I've seen my weight do that. It can depend on your hormones, water retention, sodium, stress, your sleep, whether you've gone to the bathroom yet. Your monthly friend showing up can cause that to fluctuate. So when we base our value on something that isn't even stable, it sets us up for failure. The scale doesn't tell the truth, not the whole truth. It's just one piece of the puzzle. And it's not even the most important one. Non-scale victories are truly where the magic is. It's like my shirt story. Yeah, the scale is higher for me right now than it was this time last year. And it kind of hurts. It definitely hurts. But when I put on that shirt, I remembered, wait a minute, it might be higher, but my body's still changing. Let me give you real, tangible wins that you can focus on for non-scale victories. Maybe you can walk up the stairs without getting winded. That's amazing. Maybe you're sleeping better at night. You actually want to be in pictures again. You said something kind to yourself instead of tearing yourself down. You showed up for yourself on a hard day. You carried all of your groceries inside in one trip like a boss. Maybe you played for your kids or chased them at the park without needing to sit down after 5 minutes, without huffing and puffing, without saying, "Mommy's too tired." Unless you're just trying to actually sit down. Maybe you tried on the jeans and you didn't cry in the dressing room. And those jeans that you didn't think would fit actually fit. Maybe they're a little too big even. Those are victories, and none of them show up on the scale, just like my shirt. Once I stopped chasing skinny and started chasing strong, everything changed. I want to say that again for you ladies. I want you to get this. Once I stopped chasing skinny and started chasing strong, everything changed. I focused on how I felt, not just what I weighed. I started feeling my body with intention instead of punishing it. I started moving in ways that I loved, not because I had to, because I wanted to. And that's what I want for each of you ladies too. A journey where health and happiness can coexist, where food is not the enemy, and where your value is not determined by a single number. And let's talk about muscle versus fat for a moment, because that is something a lot of women overlook. Muscle is denser than fat. It takes up less space. 5 pounds of muscle and 5 pounds of fat. I wish I had the examples with me, ladies. They look very, very different. But muscle weighs more. It takes up less space. Okay? So when you're building strength and becoming more toned, the scale might go up while your clothes fit better. That's why we can't use the scale as our only measure of success. We just can't. But our brains have been trained and we have to learn how to shift our mindset. How do we stop letting the scale control our worth? We have to start by knowing these truths. The scale is a tool, not a judge. Your worth, ladies, is God-given, not earned by shrinking yourself. Your body is your home. It is not a project. And you are so much more than those numbers. Okay, and let's talk about muscle versus fat for a minute, because that's something a lot of women overlook. Muscle is denser than fat. It takes up less space, but it weighs more. But does it? But if I wish I had the examples. 5 pounds of muscle is equivalent to 5 pounds of fat. But the amount of space it takes up, there is a massive difference. So when you're building strength and becoming more toned, the scale might go up while your clothes fit better, like my shirt. That's why we cannot use the scale as the only measure of success. But we've been trained by society about the number on the scale. So how do we shift our mindset? How do we stop letting the scale control our worth? First off, ladies, I want you to start off with these truths, okay? The scale is a tool, not a judge. Your worth is God-given, not earned by shrinking yourself. Your body is your home, and it is not a project. And you are so much more than that number. I have some affirmations I want you ladies to start saying daily, especially if you struggle with focusing on the number of the scale. I'll give you a moment. Pull out your pen and paper so you can write these down, or pause this podcast, go run and get it. Actually, yeah, pause it. Go get your pen and paper right now, ladies. All right, you got your pen and paper. I want you to write down these affirmations and put them all around your house. Cover them on your scale. Don't even look at your scale for a while. First one, I choose progress, not perfection. I choose progress, not perfection. Second one, I am fearfully and wonderfully made. I am fearfully and wonderfully made. Next one, my value is not tied to a number. My value is not tied to a number. Final one, I honor my body by taking care of it, not punishing it. I honor my body by taking care of it, not punishing it. Now, I know I have some journal ladies out there too. So if you are a journaler, try these prompts out too. Pause me if you need to. It is okay. I want you to journal these things. What are 3 things I love about my body that have nothing to do with how it looks? What are 3 things I love about my body that have nothing to do with how it looks? I love how my body can pick up my kids and give them big old hugs every single day. I love how my body how my body amazes my kids when I can do fun sports with them that they didn't think I could do. I love the way my body shows emotion. What are 3 things that you love about your body that have nothing to do with the way it looks? Journal it. Next one, how do you want to feel in your body? So, how do you want to feel in your body? I want to feel strong and confident, empowered, unstoppable. How do I want to feel in my body? And third one, what is a non-scale victory I am proud of this week? I got my water in. That shirt no longer fit. It was too big. I have more energy. What is it? All right, ladies. So this week, I want you to do something bold. Is that okay? Can I have your permission, ladies, to ask you to do something bold? Yes, I know you're lady bosses. Of course I can. I want you to celebrate a win that has nothing to do with the scale. Maybe it's that you hit your water goal. Maybe it's that you said no to that negative voice in your head. Maybe you moved your body even when you didn't feel like it. Whatever it is, own it. Be proud of it. And if you feel brave enough, DM me or tag me in your non-scale victory. I want to know about it. Because I want to celebrate with you. Because this journey, it is about so much more than the pounds lost. It's about you becoming the strongest, happiest, healthiest, unstoppable version of you. And it's about breaking generational cycles of shame. It's about being the example for our kids, our friends, our sisters, our daughters, everyone we surround ourselves with. You get to be the one that says, enough. I will not let the number define me anymore. Say it with me, ladies. It's enough. I will not let the number define me anymore. Next week, we are diving into a very interesting topic. Next week is my birthday week. And so I want to share something with you ladies that I struggled with personally for most of my life. And I want to share it with you because if I've struggled with it, I'm sure I'm not alone, and you ladies can probably relate. And so do not miss next week's episode of LadyBoss Unplugged. But until then, keep showing up, keep choosing grace over pressure. And remember, your worth isn't found in a number. It never will be. It's found in your heart, your courage, and your choice to never give up. You ladies are amazing and unstoppable. Have a wonderful rest of your day.